Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world and whenever you are watching this. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sophia and I am your mindset coach for this evening and for your duration of being in the program with Tom. So welcome. For those of you who I've not met before, I am a mindset coach, a success coach, a mentor, a jury upper, a motivation, a slap around the face, whatever you want it to be. I am there to do that. And my background is, as Tom, musical theatre background. So I've come from the performing world and now I coach and I mentor people to wake up feeling energized and fantastic in their everyday being and to assist you along the way of your transformation program. So tonight I wanted to bring you a little bit about what I've been kind of experiencing in the last couple of months, and that is living your most authentic life. Now, this may seem a little bit to some people, or it might be like, do you know what, I'm totally on that journey. And wherever you are, when I say that, it's all good, because everybody comes to this in a different place in their lives. And, you know, you are all on a transformational journey, whether you are at the beginning of your journey, whether you are halfway through, whether you are on the second or third leg of it, it doesn't matter. It's all about embracing who you are, embracing the choices that you've made, and embracing the journey that comes along with it. So living your most authentic life. What does that mean to you? And if you've got a pen and paper with you, just write down the words that come to mind. What does it mean to you to live your most authentic life? Whatever comes to mind. It could be the way you present yourself in your job. It could be the way you present yourself every day with your family. It could be the way you present yourself on social media. So what does it mean to live your most authentic life? To me, it means living in my truth. Now I'm going on a huge journey in my life to find out what that is. What is my truth? What do I want to really live my life doing? And about speaking my truth. And sometimes I have been a complete people pleaser. And I haven't always said what I felt. I've said what I thought other people wanted to hear. And so living my authentic life, really speaking what I want to say, but coming from a place of love. It's not about just saying what you think and don't care where it's going to land. It's about coming from a place of love. It's doing the things that bring you joy. So what brings you joy? What makes you light up? What, you know, it could be something in your job. It could be something that you do every day. It could be a habit that you formed of a morning routine. What is it that lights you up? What brings you joy on a daily basis? Doing things that are in alignment with your goals, with you and your core values. Now, being on this journey, being on this transformation, this might be an idea and a time for you to discover what they are. What are your core values? You might not even know what they are. So it's all about finding out those little things and being true to who you are and who you are becoming. So, you know, you might have come on this journey completely unaware of what you wanted to do. You might come on this journey knowing exactly where you're going. And what I want to say to you is, who are you while you are trying to live your true, authentic life? What have you created during this time of transformation? Have you completely come out of yourself and just been like, I don't care anymore. This is me. People take me as they like, you know, it doesn't matter. Or are you still trying to find that true voice? So, you know, we all come across some obstacles and some hazards during this transformation. And a lot of it is about, you know, what other people think, what other people are saying to you, what other people are doing around you. We're very lucky that we've got this wonderful community, that everybody here is on a journey of transformation. But, excuse me, you might be around other people who are not necessarily on this same journey as you. So you might be finding that a little bit difficult. So recently, I have been on a huge journey of my own, and it all kind of started when I moved into my new house 6 months ago during the lovely world of lockdown, and trying to go against the grain all the time. I had my family not wanting me to move away from them, thinking that I couldn't do it by myself. And my husband works away quite a lot. I've got 2 small children, and everyone was saying to me, oh, you're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You're going to be back in 5 minutes. Same thing happened when I went traveling. Everyone thought I'd be back in 5 minutes. And 18 months later, I was like, I made it. And, you know, came home with the nose piercing. I done the bungee jump. I'd done the sky jump. The only thing I didn't do was get a tattoo. I didn't quite have the balls to do that. Maybe next time. But I always, whenever I've gone on a life-changing experience, whenever I've gone on a transformation, I've always come up against people who go, nah, you can't do it. So how have I dealt with that? Sometimes I've gone along with it and gone, yeah, no, I can't do it. I believe you. And other times I have literally stuck my 2 fingers up and gone, I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. And sometimes that has lent itself really well to me, and it's given me that force and that drive. And other times it is stuck in my throat because I'm still not living my true self. So recently, when the hubby went away and the work started coming in for me, I run 2 businesses and I have 2 small children. I was really beginning to get scared. The fear kicked in that I couldn't do it all. And I was thinking, well, what they said is true. I'm not going to be able to cope with it. So then I called upon the parents, I called upon the family to try and help. And they helped, but they did it with a bit of a, I told you so. I told you so. So what that really forced me to do was, what do I really want to achieve? What is my true authentic self? And what actually I realized was I just had to swap my priorities around for myself. And actually, my children became my priority. They became my true authentic self. They became the one thing that I wanted to do really, really well. And so I backed off everything. I backed off my work. I backed off my business. I backed off my social media, even things like that was taking my grip and taking me away from living in the moment. And that was the biggest lesson that I have learned in the last few months, when actually take it all away, bring it back down to the bare bones of it. What are you actually wanting to do? And through that, I have now discovered that actually I want to focus on this now, and then this and this and this and this is going to come up next to it and be as important, but not as important. So it's really helped me. Oh, hello, Pussycat. Love it. It's really helped me to be true to myself, be true to my values, be true to my family, and be true to who I am and who I am becoming. So I just wanted to share that with you. And as I love to do, anyone who's been on any of my trainings, I love an acronym to help me remember things. That's how I learned, that's how I did my GCSEs and my A-levels. Good old acronym. And it always helps me to think, when you ask yourself the question, am I being authentic? I just want you to ask yourself these 4 simple steps, okay? So the word we're going to look at is self. S-E-L-F. So the S stands for the good old beautiful social media. All right. So I want you to ask yourself, am I being authentic on social media? If social media isn't a part of your life, that's okay. But majority of us have a presence or a world, or even if you're not even participating, are you scrolling? Are you being your true self on that social media? So who are you showing up as? Who are you? Why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you enjoy it? Are you doing it to be validated? Or are you doing it to give value to others? Because there's times when we can be doing something that's really scary, that's really putting ourselves out there. And I want you to ask yourself, am I seeking approval from other people? Am I wanting to just get the likes? Or am I trying to say to others, if I can do it, you can do it too? You know, what are you doing it for? If you're running a business, or if you're just doing it for life, just, for people to go, oh, I loved that post you did the other day, it was so funny, or it really inspired me to want to go out for a walk, or I really loved that book that you were reading, or I loved that you were just outgoing and you were just out there and you didn't care, and it's given me the confidence. We never know who we are influencing, we never know who we are inspiring out there on social media. So who are you, and does it align with who you are? I actually found myself a little while ago posting things on social media for all the wrong reasons, and it made me feel all anxious and feel all uncomfortable, and then looking, am I getting likes, am I getting comments? And actually that's when I just went, I need to just take a little break from this and step back and come from a place of authenticity instead. When I'm in alignment with that, that's when the magic happens of just enjoying something like that. And then we have E for energy. So energy, if you've been on any of my calls before, you will know I am all about the energy. It is where it is at, you guys. What energy do you bring to the table? And that can be in any part of your life. What energy do you bring socially? Are you out there? Are you socially awkward? Are you socially anxious? What energy do you bring to the table? Is it authentically you being you? Are you in the moment? Or are you thinking, oh, what's that person saying? What's that person wearing? Shall I take a picture for the gram? Is it all things like that? Or is it, I'm just here with my mates having a great time? Or what energy do you bring to work? Are you that light that walks into a room and the energy shifts? Or are you the drain that walks in and everyone goes, oh God, here we go, I'm only Minnie over there. Who are you when you walk into a room? Who are you when you go into your workouts? Who are you when you're in that kitchen prepping your food? What energy do you bring to that? Because any kind of energy you bring to anything, you're going to get it right back. It's an exchange. Okay, energy that you bring to a meeting, energy that you bring to a coffee date, whatever it is, what energy are you coming to the table with? Because that is also about being authentically you. The L, let go. When you're thinking about who you want to be, living an authentic life, let go of others' opinions. It is none of your business what other people think about you. I'm going to say that again. I want you to write it down in big capital letters. It is none of your business what other people think about you. If you don't know it, then it's not going to affect you. If you don't let it bother you, then it's not going to affect you. People can say what they want to say. And 9 times out of 10, it comes from their insecurity. If they're talking bad about you, or if they're insecure about you changing and growing and moving your life forward. Let go of fear and replace it with love. Let go of fear and replace it with love. If you're making decisions about the energy that you're bringing, if you're making decisions about a post that you've got on social media, or commenting on somebody's post on social media, where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of fear, or is it coming from a place of love? Ask yourself that question. Let go of fear and replace it with love. Let go of others' expectations. Now, my expectations, my family's expectations of me since having my children have been, up there, down there, over there, it doesn't really matter. But their expectation of me, they've only ever known me to be a musical theatre performer, to be on stage, to be that person up there. I then chose to be mummy at home and run my business from my home, so I could be my pajama bottoms and my slippers and have my children asleep downstairs and not have to worry about, someone else looking after them. I've decided to do that. It might not be in the expectations of what my family want, but since letting that go, oh my gosh, it's like a revelation. I'm like, oh, I don't care. And not in a, the 2 fingers up, but it's like, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm living that life, not them. So really let go of other people's expectations of you, and let go and trust the process. Trust the process that you're on of finding your authentic self, because the transformation that you're all going on, you guys, whether it be, as I said, whether you're at the beginning of it, whether you're in the middle, whether you're at the end, it's a transformation. It's a change, it's a growing, it's an adaptation of what you have been originally doing. So people are going to have an opinion, and they're going to either stop you, or you're going to have limiting beliefs of what you can do. So you have to trust the process. The obstacles are going to come, the roadblocks are going to come, but you have to know that the end result is going to be there. And whatever that end result looks like, it doesn't matter. You just got to hold on to it and trust the process. And then we have F for it. F it. Excuse my French, but sometimes it just needs a good old swear word. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. When you're trying to live your authentic self, you've got to just throw caution to the wind and just say, what's the worst that can happen? I'm being true to who I am. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what lights me up. Ask yourself that question again. What lights you up? What brings you joy? And what makes you happy? If this program is making you happy and making you a happier, healthier version of yourself, then go for it, and keep going for it, and keep going for it, and keep going for it. Keep raising that bar yourself, not other people's bars of expectation. And then do more of what makes you happy. Keep in alignment with yourself. Keep asking yourself these questions. What makes me happy? What opens up my vibrations in my life? What brings me the right energy? And what gets me into that place where I am truly happy? And it can be a simple thing. It can be putting on some music and having a good old dance party around your flat in your pants and your bra and your whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be the smallest thing. It can be the biggest life-changing thing that you've ever done. So with that, I would absolutely love just to open the floor up for 10 minutes and just put it back to you guys. Where are you in your journey of authenticity? Have you experienced any of this lately? Or are you still finding yourself questioning where you are and who you're living and what you're speaking and the truth that you're speaking? So I'm going to just open it up to you. If you feel happy to share with me, I would love to hear from you. And yeah, over to you guys. If I say, I'm not making eye contact. Anyone?
I'll speak. Why not?
Fantastic. Thanks.
Like in the last couple of months, I've just since like the beginning of pandemia, I just got myself completely off of Facebook. Like it exists because I use it to have Facebook Messenger to talk to like family and friends that are abroad and stuff like that. But I literally do not use Facebook anymore. And literally I can tell you the weight that is lifted off my shoulder from just not seeing every single person's like opinion. Yeah. and not even like, you know, like every opinion that comes into my head does not need to be written down and shared with the world for people to like it or dislike it or talk about it. It's just crazy how good it feels to not be on Facebook. Brilliant. So yeah, you can do it, people. Just swipe left on Facebook. It's over.
Absolutely. And you know what, if you feel that you need that right now, then just do it.
Yeah.
You know, we had a life before social media, so sometimes we need to, and I know, and I'm right there with you, Jono, I'm having a little bit of a detox. I haven't quite gone, let's get rid of the app yet. I'm not quite there, but right. It is a lot to do with my business as well. But yeah, exactly. Even so, when you're using it in the right way, it can be great. But if you're not, and it's getting into your head, then walk away. It doesn't, if it's not serving you in the right way, then walk away. And you're right, don't let those opinions have that effect on your life, whether you think you're brilliant or whether you think you're not. It's not anyone else's worry, it's your own, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Amazing, fantastic. Yay, go you. Fabulous. Anyone else?
I'll go. I think on top of that, I'm very much still on social media, but I try to really use it as a form of like entertaining other people and inspiring other people, and everything that doesn't really serve me, I mute or like unfollow. So I try to really have a because I like to have a, I see people from the program, for example, and, they've done a workout. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to go too. So I try to use it in a positive kind of way, which really works for me. And then I think I'm also an actress. I think one of the things that I feel is like letting go is the stigma of I've been on the West End just before lockdown, and before like that, like 6 years ago, I did like We'll Rock You on a cruise ship, and there's always that stigma of like, the cruise ship is less than playing a lead on West End. But actually, I came to realize that yes, the West End is great, but actually it's not so amazing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what, if I want to do a cruise ship, people might say like, oh, she's going back to a cruise ship, but actually I'm like, you know what, I don't care if you think that, because I'm really excited about it. But it took me a little step to think that, but also I'm now ready to be like, you know what, I want to do a cruise ship, I'm going to do a cruise ship if I get the job. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think that's, especially in this industry, we can put the West End on such a pedestal, and sometimes, and anything that you're fighting for or going for, and sometimes you can get there and go, oh, is this it? Oh gosh, this is what I thought it was going to be. And I've had years of experience in that world, and actually now I'm on this journey of discovery. I look back at that life and I think, was I really truly happy? Probably not. I was actually fighting against myself all the time, because to be happy, and actually all I wanted to do was just to sometimes go home and get a packet of Doritos and some dips and watch Desperate Housewives, and that's when I was happy. It was a Saturday night, I was like, I don't care, I'm in bed and I'm so happy right now. But it's such a pressure sometimes, and it is so liberating when you suddenly go, do you know what, I want to go on a cruise ship, and I'm go for it. Let that in my there we have it, those expectations of other people, of what they think is good. No, it doesn't matter. What do you think is good? What do you want to do? What lights you up? There's so many wonderful things about being on a cruise ship. You get to see the world, you get to meet so many different people, you have to do 4 shows a week instead of 8.
I can get twice as much money. What? No.
He's doing 1 show a week. I'm like, mate.
No.
8 shows where I was flogging my my tired backside onto stage. So yeah, absolutely. So it's so liberating when you come to those conclusions and use social media in the right way. And if you're absolutely right, if it doesn't serve you, delete and move on. You don't need it, do you? You don't need it. It's such a powerful tool if it's used in the right way. It really, really, really is. And I think every now and again you just need a little break sometimes, and then come back with some fresh eyes, and then you get that buzz again, and that feeling, and that sense of inspiration, and that sense of community, because it can work in a really, really wonderful way as well. Really, really wonderful. Amazing. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. And last but not least, Janet, have you got anything you'd like to share with us?
I wasn't very active on the social media at any time. I mostly use Instagram for work and like a holiday sort of diary.
Yeah.
However, I've returned to start my master in architecture this September after 4 years working in architecture, which it's not fun because I also have to work part-time and study full-time. And that's very intense. So I've been struggling a lot the last 2 months, but I think I've managed the last 3 weeks to pretty much focus on my previous sort of happiness, which, like going to the gym 5 times a week, socialize, which I had to accept, like social life won't exist for me pretty much for 2 years.
Right.
It's difficult, but I think I've accepted much quicker than I expected to be. Of course, this is moments where, in my industry, they drink a lot. They literally all alcoholics. So even at university, when we have like night lectures, there's always temptation of drink.
Right.
So lately I had to be making a lot of choices. Should I continue to fully be on the program, which I've been for 6 months? Because I had a few moments when, I got pretty pissed during Monday or Tuesday. But that was the idea of, socializing in architecture. It's a very toxic environment.
Right.
And people have this tendency, if you don't go out with people, you don't socialize after uni, you're kind of being left over, and you're not fully participating the whole university networking system, which it's so crap. So I'm learning how to say no to alcohol lately. I'm fine with social media, luckily.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Brilliant.
it's a bit challenging.
Brilliant. That's really good, because I think when you come into a program like this, there are going to be certain things that you're going to let go of, or you're going to reframe in a different way. I had a call with a client today that said, alcohol is a big thing in my social circles. And I said, the one thing you can do is you make the decision before you go out. So if you're going to say, I'm just going to have a couple of pints, stick to that. Enroll everybody around you that this is a new way of doing things. And that's where, again, it's about being your authentic self, to say, I'm going to make that decision. And therefore you then build that strength. If anyone goes, oh, come on, let's just go for one more. No, I'm fine, thank you. I've got to go. I've got an early start in the morning. You set the precedent. And that is having the strength to say, no, I'm gonna do what I need to do, because you've invested into this program. So you've got to make those commitments to get the best out of it.
Sure.
So it's about you making those decisions. It's not necessarily abstaining completely, and because it's a big social thing that we do as well. And especially if you're in a network where you're learning and then you're going to go out. It's the same as when we were in the theatre. If you didn't go out after the show, you'd miss out on all the banter that was going on. But I was so tired and I didn't want to, and I had to go and sing the next day. I was the one that wasn't, I was leading the show, so I had to be on my best behavior type thing, and I had to make that decision. And it's about you making that decision, to make that commitment, to reframe it, and also to work it out as simply as it is within your calorie allowance. That's it. Strip it right back to the basics. How many calories am I allowed? How does the beer and the wine and the gin and the fit in? If you take the emotion out of it, you methodically say, right, I am allowed 2 or 3 pints of a week. I can have a gin and tonic at the weekend. My calories are all done. Then your brain will go, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Rather than, oh, I want to go out and be with everyone. Oh, I want to be a part of the team, but I don't want to be a part of the team because I don't like it. And it's not, do you know what I mean? So you're not coming from an emotional led decision. You're coming from a pragmatic, practical decision. And maybe that can be the switch that can help you even more to step that up even further and be true and authentic to yourself and what the journey that you're on. How does that sound?
Awesome. Thank you. Well,
amazing.
I'm going to take it on board. Thank you.
Fantastic. Oh, you guys, it's so nice. We haven't done one of these sessions for so long, and it's been so lovely to see Jono and you, Janzik, for another time, and to meet you. Is it Brittany? I see there, Britt. Yeah.
Actually, it is Brigitta.
Brigitta, lovely.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But no one calls me that, so just Brit is fine.
Fantastic. Well, you guys, it's been so lovely to spend the evening with you, and please know that I am here if you need me. At the end of an email, my email is on the Facebook group. If you need me on the Facebook group, just drop me a message. If you want any other coaching with me, I'm here to help you. And once a month we'll come together like this. There's loads of stuff on the Facebook group as well if you want to ever go back and go through some little evenings that we've had together. And just know that I'm here if you need me. Reach out and say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. Fantastic.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for tonight.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you for your time.
Keep going, guys. You've got this. You're amazing. Mwah.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.